top 5 rare Washington quarter dollars are worth real money, especially if they are uncirculated or in good condition. Here are a few key takeaways. Examples of low mintage years include, but are not limited to, 1965 quarter dollar, 1966 quarter dollar, 1967 quarter dollar, 1968 quarter dollar, 1969 quarter dollar. The Washington quarter of 1965 marks a pivotal point in the history of U.S. coinage. Known as the first year of the copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin represented a dramatic shift in materials to address economic pressures. While the transition removed silver content, it also inadvertently led to the creation of fascinating error coins. These rare errors have become highly desirable among collectors for their uniqueness and historical significance. This comprehensive guide explores the origins, design, production, error types, and current value of the rare 1965 Washington quarter, with a particular focus on its error coins. The 1965 Washington quarter was the first of its kind to be made without silver. The Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver content from dimes and quarters to counteract hoarding and a rising silver market. Instead, the U.S. Mint adopted a copper-nickel-clad composition with a pure copper core. This change made 1965 quarters an integral part of U.S. monetary history. The 1965 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark to indicate their origin. To meet demand during the transition, the U.S. Mint suspended the use of mint marks entirely for coins minted between 1965 and 1967. As a result, distinguishing mint locations is impossible for these years, making standard coins very common. However, rare error coins from this year offer significant value to collectors. Errors in 1965 Washington quarters resulted from the challenges of transitioning to clad coinage. These rare mistakes have become some of the most sought-after pieces for collectors. 1965 silver quarter error, despite the official transition to clad coinage. Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver plankets from 1964. These are among the rarest 1965 errors. Auction records have seen examples sell for $5,000, $10,000, with exceptional specimens exceeding $15,000. Transitional errors occur when a coin is struck using materials or designs intended for a different year. Transitional errors can range from $2,000 to over $7,000, depending on condition and verification. A double die obverse error results from a misalignment during the die creation process, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. Major doubling, $500, $1,000, or more. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned during minting, resulting in part of the design being cut off. A clipped planchette happens when a blank is improperly punched, leaving part of the coin's edge missing. Search bank rolls and circulated coinage for possible errors. Explore reputable auction sites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. The 1966 Washington quarter is a significant coin in U.S. numismatic history. This year, like 1965 and 1967, reflects the ongoing challenges and transitions in the U.S. Mint's coinage practices. Though standard 1966 Washington quarters are common, error coins from this year stand out as rare treasures for collectors. These errors range from minor flaws to major striking anomalies, making them both historically intriguing and highly valuable. This comprehensive guide delves into the design, historical context, notable errors, and values associated with the rare 1966 Washington quarter errors. The Coinage Act of 1965, signed into law to address a national coin shortage and rising silver prices, introduced the copper-nickel-clad composition for dimes and quarters. By 1966, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to this new material. This quarter, like its 1965 predecessor, was composed of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. From 1965 to 1967, mint marks were omitted to discourage hoarding. As a result, all 1966 quarters lack mint marks, and it is impossible to distinguish coins struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, Error coins represent a fraction of this number, significantly increasing their value to collectors. These errors occur when one or both outer layers of the copper-nickel clad are missing, exposing the copper core. Key characteristics: a reddish or brownish appearance on one or both sides, missing clad layer, $1,000 to $1,500, silver planchet errors. A small number of 1966 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver plankets from pre-1965 coinage, uncirculated, $10,000 plus. A double die obverse error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, creating a doubling effect on certain design elements. Major doubling, $1,000 plus. Off-center strikes occur when a coin blank planchet is not properly aligned during minting, resulting in part of the design being missing. 50% off-center, $500, $1,000 plus. Error coins must be authenticated and graded by trusted third-party services like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Grading not only confirms the authenticity of an error, but also provides a standard for its condition and value. Rarity of the error. More dramatic and noticeable errors fetch higher prices. Condition of the coin. Mint state examples command premium values. Market demand. Error coins are particularly popular in the numismatic market, influencing their value. The Washington quarter is one of the most enduring and widely collected coins in United States history. Minted since 1932, this coin series has seen numerous changes in its composition and design, along with a fascinating array of minting errors. Among these, the 1967 Washington quarter stands out as a particularly intriguing year for error enthusiasts. The combination of minting errors, historical context, and unique anomalies has elevated certain 1967 error quarters to prize status in the numismatic world. In this article, we will dive deep into the history of the 1967 Washington quarter, examine its most notable errors, and explore the values these rare pieces command in the current coin market. The late 1960s was a period of significant change for US coinage. Following the Coinage Act of 1965, the US Mint shifted from producing coins with silver content to using copper-nickel clad compositions for dimes and quarters. The change was driven by the increasing demand for coins and the rising value of silver, which made it unsustainable to use precious metals for everyday currency. The transition to copper-nickel clad material did not affect the coin's overall design, but did impact its appearance and durability. Errors during the minting process in 1967 often resulted in striking anomalies that are now valuable collector items. Error coins are typically the result of mistakes during the minting process, ranging from minor irregularities to dramatic flaws. Some of the most notable error types associated with the 1967 Washington quarter include double die error, off-center strike, missing clad layer, broad strikes, die breaks, cuts and cracks, transitional errors. Transitional errors are exceptionally rare and occur when coins are struck on plankets intended for another year or denomination. Transitional errors, $7,000 to $15,000, professional grading and authentication are essential for determining the value of a 1967 error quarter. Reputable grading organizations like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation provide certification that enhances a coin's credibility and market value. Type of error. More dramatic errors command higher premiums. Condition. Coins in uncirculated condition are significantly more valuable. Rarity. The scarcity of the error type influences demand and price. Inspect carefully. Use a magnifier to detect subtle errors like doubling or strike-throughs. Search coin rolls. Error coins can sometimes be found in bank rolls or circulation. Buy certified coins. Ensure authenticity by purchasing graded examples from reputable dealers. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American coinage since its debut in 1932. By the late 1960s, the series experienced a major shift with the transition to copper-nickel clad compositions, a change necessitated by the Coinage Act of 1965. Among quarters minted in 1968, error coins have captured the fascination of collectors for their rarity and insight into the minting process. These unique coins tell a compelling story of production challenges, making them valuable to numismatists and investors alike. In this article, we delve into the history of the 1968 Washington quarter, its errors, and their values in detail. One of the most notable aspects of 1968 coinage was the return of mint marks, which had been suspended from 1965 to 1967 to deter hoarding during the coin shortage. In 1968, mint marks reappeared, and quarters were struck at 3 U.S. mints. By 1968, the Washington quarter was fully transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition, replacing the previous 90% silver alloy. The coin's core consisted of pure copper, while its outer layers were a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The doubled die obverse error occurs when a die is improperly hubbed, creating doubled elements on the coin. Double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchet errors, die cracks and cuds, missing clad layer, wrong planchet errors. The value of a 1968 Washington quarter depends on the error type, rarity, and the coin's condition. Below is an estimated value range for notable errors, according to the NGC Price Guide, as of November 2024. A Washington quarter from 1968 in circulated condition is worth between $1.30 and $1.85. However, on the open market, 1969 day quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $3,700. For error coins, professional grading is essential to confirm authenticity and determine value. Reputable grading services like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation provide these assurances. Rarity. Errors with fewer known examples command higher prices. Condition. Uncirculated coins or coins in higher grades are significantly more valuable. Market demand. Popular error types are more sought after and can fetch premium prices. Coin rolls and circulation. Searching rolls of quarters or circulated coins is an inexpensive way to discover errors. Auctions. Specialized coin auctions, such as those hosted by Heritage Auctions, frequently feature error coins. Dealers and shows. Coin dealers and shows offer access to certified error coins. Invest in magnification tools. A good loupe or magnifier is essential for spotting doubling or fine errors. Focus on certification. Always prefer certified coins to avoid counterfeits. Network with collectors. Join numismatic forums or clubs to stay informed about market trends and new discoveries. The Washington quarter is one of the most widely recognized coins in American history, boasting a storied past and enduring popularity among collectors. While the standard 1969 Washington quarter holds intrinsic value as part of the series, it's the rare error varieties from this year that captivate collectors. These error coins represent minting anomalies that occurred during production, creating unique and highly sought-after collectibles. This detailed exploration covers the history, notable error varieties, and current market values of the rare 1969 era Washington quarters, offering a comprehensive look into these fascinating coins. The late 1960s marked a period of stabilization in the U.S. mints operations following the Coinage Act of 1965. This legislation transitioned dimes, quarters, and half dollars from 90% silver to copper-nickel-clad compositions to address a national coin shortage exacerbated by silver hoarding. By 1969, the U.S. Mint had fully adapted to the production of clad coins, but occasional errors still slip through quality control. Error coins from 1969 encompass a variety of anomalies, ranging from subtle doubling to significant production flaws. These errors add to the coin's rarity and value, making them prized additions to any collection. Pronounced doubling, $1,500 to $3,000, 50% or more off-center, $800 to $2,000, both sides missing. $2,000 to $4,000, transitional errors, $5,000, $20,000. Depending on rarity and condition, error coins are often difficult to authenticate without professional grading. Certification from reputable organizations like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation enhances a coin's market value and ensures its authenticity. Key factors in grading. Condition. Higher grade coins are significantly more valuable. Type of error, rare, and dramatic errors command premium prices. Market demand. Popular error types are more sought after The 1969 Washington quarter represents a fascinating chapter in U.S. numismatics, with error varieties offering a blend of historical intrigue and collector appeal. From double dies to transitional planchette errors, these anomalies demonstrate the complexity of the minting process and the enduring appeal of rare coins. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, 1969 error quarters provide a unique opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history.